Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be sharing 25 things I don't buy. I do think social media is a big influence on people, and it convinces a lot of people to buy stuff that they don't necessarily need. So as an act of de-influencing, I wanted to share 25 things I don't buy since it's 2025. So the first one is hair tools. I don't buy hair tools. So I own a curling iron, and that's it. I don't... And I've had it for a really long time. I don't own any of like the Dyson Airwraps. I don't even own a hair dryer. I don't have a straightener. I don't have all these extra random hair stuff because normally my hair is usually in a braid or like this. That's kind of how I do my hair. I very rarely actually use my curling iron. My girls use it more than I. I'm just not that type of person that's going to do a lot of crazy stuff with my hair. So I don't buy hair tools. Next would be jewelry. I really like, handmade jewelry, things with like stones, rocks, and things like that. That's kind of the aesthetic I like, but I'm not a person that's gonna wear jewelry. I have a handful of things, most of them from like a local artisan that made them, but I don't wear jewelry on a daily basis. I wear my wedding band, as you can see here. That is the only thing I wear on a daily basis. I'm just not the person that's really into jewelry. I like the idea of it, but I'm not the person that's gonna start my day by putting off a bunch of jewelry. More power to you if you really like that stuff. This isn't like a judgment. It's just not who I am. So I don't wear jewelry, so I don't buy jewelry. Next would be makeup. I don't really wear makeup at all. I don't remember the last time I do. I use chapstick, things like that. I have skincare and different things I do for that, but I don't buy makeup because I don't wear it. Next would be Ziplocs. I don't buy Ziplocs. Years ago, I got into reusable bags. I went in through my, minimalism journey, like so much of us did, a couple years back. But we use the reusable bags. So we have an assortment of these in different sizes. I just got these from Costco a while ago. And then I even have ones big enough that will fit. I make my own bread. This fits an entire loaf of bread. As you can see here, this is what's left of it. And then the kids even have, they can use those, or we do have reusable ones we've had from over the years, especially when my oldest went to public school and brought snack and things like that. So we have reusable bags. We don't use Ziplocs. Next would be candles and candles. I don't use candles. I'm really sensitive to fragrances, especially like Glade plugins or really scented candles. They bother me. I don't like the scent of it. So I've used essential oils for years. So my favorite company is Plant Therapy, as you can see here. Again, nothing sponsored, not trying to sell you things, just sharing things I use instead of those. This one is peppermint. We use peppermint. So I will put this on when we mop, because we mop once a week, I'll put it on our reusable mop head. Because it's fabric, I'll put it on the top and it kind of scents the house. It's kind of like a natural Glade plug-in. Lemon and lavender are my go-to if you're curious. This one, lavender, I find particularly soothing for myself. And again, if I want the house to smell a certain way, I do have an essential oil diffuser, which is really nice during winter too, because it's also, putting humidity in the air as well. And this one has a timer feature and also has, you can choose the light on it. And it's also FSA eligible, so that's exciting. But I much prefer using essential oils over candles. I just don't like it, especially with, I have one child in particular that I'm pretty sure would try to poke the candle if it was lit. Next would be purses. I own one purse, one tan purse. I can't even show it to you because it's currently in the basement in summer storage, because during the winter and fall, I just put my checkbook, and it has all my license and my cards and everything, leather checkbook thing, into my pocket, and it fits fine. I don't have a bunch of purses. I don't like designer purses. I'm not that type of person. I have one purse and it's currently in storage. Next would be shoes. I have one pair of tennis shoes. I'm not the type of person that's gonna go buy a bunch of different types of shoes. That's just not who I am. I currently have, I really like New Balance. These are my tennis shoes that I wear. I will get a pair probably every year and a half because that's good for your feet. But I'm not going to buy shoes just because they're cute. That's just not who I am. I do own a pair of Toms. These are my daughters, not mine. Mine are upstairs in storage because, again, it's the middle of winter. I'm not wearing my Toms. I'm not going to go get them, just as an example. I have a pair of black ones, and that's what I use when I wear dresses and things. So I don't have, a bunch of shoes. Next would be paper plates and napkins. We don't use paper plates. We haven't bought them in a really long time. Even Thanksgiving, I host Thanksgiving, we use real plates and everybody just pitches in to do the dishes. And then we haven't bought napkins in such a long time. I don't remember the last time. We use just cloth napkins and we just wash them like you would regular laundry, but that's really good for the planet. So next would be water bottles. We don't have a ton of water bottles. I have one water bottle. This is mine, and it's not a Stanley. It's Yeti, and this is what I use. And it's nice because it does have the thing where you can change the lid, so it can be for coffee, but this works awesome. I like the color. I don't need a bunch of different Stanley colors. I don't need whatever the latest fashion of water bottles is. I own one. Then my kids all have these from Costco in different colors. And then this one, my daughter does have two. This was hers from when she went to kindergarten, and she's currently in 6th grade. This is from the Planet Box line because that's where her lunchbox and my other kids' lunchboxes are from. But it has held up that amount of time, which is impressive. Now, obviously, she's dropped this a bazillion times, but this thing is still going strong after all that time, so you don't need to go out and buy a ton of water bottles for your kids. Next would be kids subscription boxes. I don't do any of that. We have in the past gotten Kiwi crates and Doodle crates and other subscription boxes for my kids as a gift from their grandparents. They never use them. This past year we either gave away a bunch of Kiwi crates or donated them to other people. Like, we didn't use them. My kids aren't those type of kids that are going to do subscription boxes. So we don't waste our money with trying to do subscription boxes. Next would be fast food. And this isn't because I'm super healthy and all that. It's because my youngest daughter has celiac disease, which means she has to have a 100% gluten-free diet. And it's not just the ingredients. Nothing with gluten can touch your food. So think about fast food restaurants. They often share fryers, often share cooktops, all those things. There's nowhere within an hour my daughter can safely eat at a restaurant. So we don't eat fast food because it's frankly not an option. I'm not going to take my other kids who can't eat it and leave her out. Like, that's just not how we're going to do it. We just don't eat fast food in our house. And it's not because we're super healthy or any of it. It's because we don't have any options that are safe for my youngest daughter. Next is exercise clothes. I don't actually own any exercise clothes. I don't have any of the Lululemon or whatever is popular now. I don't have to look cute to exercise. I wear a pair of old shorts, just fabric shorts, and an old t-shirt. That's how I exercise. My husband got an exercise bike this last summer, and I just wear that when I use it. And if I would go to the gym, I'd wear that exact thing. I don't think I need to look a certain way to exercise. So I don't spend any of my money on any of that stuff. Next would be perfumes. Yes, like I said, I'm sensitive to fragrances, especially artificial fragrances. Can't do perfumes. They irritate me. I don't like strong scents, so I don't do any type of perfumes. Don't buy them. Which would be next, specialty soaps or lotions. So Bath and Body Works is a big one. People really like the seasonal scents and all that. Whenever I use their soap, it irritates my hands. My mother-in-law really likes to get all the soaps and lotions and all of that, and whenever I'm at her house, my hands get like raw and itchy. And the same thing happens to my kids. I think once you eliminate certain things from your exposure, you realize how you actually react to them, and fragrance things just in me don't mix. So I don't do any specialty lotions or soaps. I don't spend any money on that. Next would be a deodorant, and this one might seem weird. Well, don't you smell, Michelle? I don't. And I don't know if it's because I haven't used it for such a long time, or I'm just lucky that my natural body odor isn't very pungent, and I know that's not everybody's case. I'm not saying, we shouldn't be using deodorant. For me personally, even when I'm exercising, I don't smell really bad, and I'll usually just go take a shower after I'm exercising, especially if I've been sweaty. I don't really wear deodorant. I don't even own it. Now, other members, my husband obviously wears deodorant and all that because he has more pungent body odor than I, but I have not felt a need to wear deodorant in a very long time, so I don't purchase it for myself. Next would be swimwear. Now I do buy swimwear for the kids because every year they are, getting bigger. Usually I will hand down my oldest swimwear to my younger daughter, but as they get older and sizes change, I will buy it for myself. I have the same bathing suit that I've had for the last 8 years. And granted, I don't go swimming often. I will take the kids to, the YMCA pool thing a couple times or a few times a year. And then we do go to a water park resort once a year as a vacation. That's the extent of time I'm getting in the water. So I can see if you're getting in the water, if you live by the beach, you'd be going through a lot of swimsuits, but I don't, and I don't often go swimming. So this is the swimsuit I have, and this is from Target. And like I said, it's held up really well for 8 years. And it's got the front, so it's kind of expandable. So if you're going, your weight is fluctuating a little, it's very forgiving and it's still stretchy. So I've had that for the last 8 years. It's worked really well. Next would be sunglasses. I don't own sunglasses. I don't often wear I do wear regular glasses. And I don't often wear them in my videos because it creates a glare and it really annoys me, and I don't want to annoy you guys with the glare. So I don't often wear my glasses while I'm filming. Sometimes I do. But I don't, I'm not gonna get the prescription sunglasses where they fade in and out. That would just irritate me. So I just don't wear sunglasses. I just know it's something I really do. Next would be phone accessories. So I don't have the little thing on the back of my phone. I would show you because I'm filming on my phone, so I can't show you. I don't, pop-it thingies, I don't know what those are called. Don't have one of those. I don't have AirPods. I don't have any headphones for that because headphones tend to irritate my ears. I don't like just sticking them in there, so I don't have any of that. I have no accessories that go with my phone. I just have a phone. Next would be CD music. Does anyone still buy music CDs? I was really wondering about that. I literally cannot remember the last time I bought a physical CD, but I don't buy those. Next would be dress shoes. Like I said, I don't actually own dress shoes. I own a pair of boots, like fall boots, and then I own a pair of black Toms, and that's it as far as dress shoes. I don't have heels. I gave up heels a long, long time ago. I don't have any fancy dress shoes or nice shoes. If I'm wearing a dress, I'll just wear my Toms, and that works for me. But again, my lifestyle doesn't lend myself to being super fancy or dressed up a lot, so that could also have a part with it. Watches. I don't wear regular watches. I don't wear Fitbits or Apple Watches. I don't like that. I don't like the things around my wrist. Again, I'm just obviously very picky about certain things, but I don't see the point of monitoring all that or answering my phone on my wrist. I don't see the point, and with phones readily available, I don't feel the need to have a physical watch. Next would be bread. I don't buy bread, and it's not because I'm this super healthy, make at home, everything from scratch kind of person. It's out of necessity. Like my youngest daughter has celiac disease, so we are gluten-free, and gluten-free bread is like $7 to $8 a loaf, and it's tiny. So it's just not cost effective for me to buy gluten-free bread. I have a bread maker, I'll link above if you're curious how I make gluten-free bread in my bread maker. But I make probably 2 loaves a week at this point, and it's much better than what you're gonna get in the store. But I don't buy bread anymore because there's just no options that are cost effective anywhere near me. So next would be organization bins. And this is especially important, in January, everyone's going, decluttering and cleaning. I don't buy different organizational bins or systems. I just rotate what we have in the house. Currently sitting in my son's room to organize some of his toys is bins that were in his older sister. They're pink, fluffy owl bins. And you know what? It works. I was reorganizing my closet, during my January declutter and clean, and I needed somewhere to put my pajamas because we don't have dressers, we have closets, and it's an older home, so you can't really fit dressers in the closets or any type of systems. So I just had some old scrapbooking cardboard, the ones you get from like Hobby Lobby or Michael's that are all decorative. that I used for crafting supplies that I no longer needed. So I just moved those in there, and that's the bin I use to hold my pajamas now. So I just rotate whatever we have in the house. I don't go out and buy specific types of organizing bins or things that have to match. Next would be plastic Tupperware. We don't own any plastic Tupperware. Years and years ago, we switched to the Pyrex, and we have these in a variety of sizes. They all have lids and things like that, but we don't have any plastic Tupperware. The last one would be fabric softener and dryer sheets. We haven't used that since my oldest was a baby. And I know that because we stopped using them because she had reactions to fragrances. She was my first kid, and she kind of led us down the rabbit hole of, fragrances and sensitivities and all these things. So when we would use any type of fragrance with her, she'd break out in hives. So very early on, we got rid of those things. We don't use, our laundry soap doesn't have any fragrance in it. Our dish soaps don't have fragrance in it. And we don't use fabric softener or anything like that. Those are really potent. I noticed that now because my neighbor, their dryer vent backs up to our driveway. Whenever they're doing laundry, I'm like, it smells like Snuggle everywhere. Again, I'm sensitive to fragrance as well. The smell of it, not necessarily the feel of it. But we don't use dryer sheets either. We use the wool dryer balls. And again, I will just, if I want something scented, which I often don't, I'll just put a couple drops of essential oil in the balls. Like if I'm doing sheets or something or bedding, I will often use lavender because that's soothing and relaxing to have in your sheets. And it does fade over time. It's not like your sheets forever smell like lemon or lavender. But I do prefer those alternatives because I do try to be mindful of the things I purchase and also be sustainable in ways I can. I think doing the best you can within the budget you have is important. Do I have the money to do all these really expensive, sustainable things or products? No, but can I make changes where it works with my budget? Absolutely. So I hope that kind of helps de-influence you, that you don't need all these things, especially when they're being sold on platforms like this or social media platforms. You don't need all the stuff. There's lots of alternatives. There's lots of things you already own. You don't have to buy everything. So if there's anything you don't use you'd like to share in the comments below, I'd love to see it. If not, thank you for watching.